Hi, everybody, from a cloudy summer day in England. You asked me a bunch of questions, so here are the answers. The first one actually comes from my Facebook page, which was if I could have 6 people to dinner, who would they be? Throughout history, I would choose all the people that are alive today, actually, apart from one, and they are Captain Jean-Luc Picard and Captain Janeway. I'm just such a sorry. I'm just laughing at my own nerdiness. Patrick Stewart and Kate Mulgrew, Barack Obama, P.G. Woodhouse, the author, and Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. Because I think all of them are interesting people that I would very much love to know. Okay, the next question is, do I have any experience in interior design in real life? That's from Connor Wilcox. I seem well versed in this stuff. If I'm looking over to the side, it's because I'm looking at the questions on my other monitor. The answer to that is no, I have none. But, I'm old. And I also have a massive interest in architecture and design. Okay, so let's start from the top. Antique Geek asked me the most massive question. If I could design my own full-size DLC in cooperation with Skyrim and Fallout's best creators, what would the Dark Star DLC look like? Whose story needs telling or expanding? What theme or premise to underpin the motivations and direction? What new adventure? What new mechanics? What new... Blah, 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 blah. It's a lot, dude. Good Lord. Do you know what? I think I would love a whodunit, a murder mystery. Good old-fashioned murder mystery like an Agatha Christie or something. Maybe in the Archmage's College, where the Archmage could appoint you to investigate a series of murders, or if you're the Archmage yourself, then obviously you do your own investigating, appoint yourself. Kind of like a Sherlock Holmesian type of mystery, excuse me, which might lead you to, who knows where, the thing about the college is there's loads of people there already, so there's lots of suspects, and it could lead you to a new land, and there would be a house, and yes, there would be cats. So yeah, something along those lines I think would be great fun. Naji Redguard asks, if I could only pick one mod to play for an entire playthrough, Skyrim or Fallout, what would it be? Eee. One mod? Oh, good Lord. Well, it would be a big one, obviously, and it would be either Legacy of the Dragonborn, Worm's Tooth, or Bruma, all of which I love. And they're all wonderful mods. And Forgotten City also is another good one. Yeah. Oh, by the way, there wouldn't be any spiders in my DLC, just saying. Okay, so Saskis, you have the very, very long names, Sakis. Questions to February, you have many. When did I start playing Skyrim? That was 2012. I bought it in 2011 for Christmas from my boyfriend, and I was heavily into EverQuest 2 at the time. I was raiding, I was grouping, I was not interested in a one-off single-player game at all. And he would be saying, come and have a look at this, come and have a look at that. And eventually the beauty of it drew me in. I'd find myself sitting there on the sofa watching him play on the Xbox. And so, yeah, I got it for myself. And then that was that. That's why I started playing it also. What hooked me to it, that was just the combination of the whole thing. I loved Skyrim. The first time playing it through, OG Skyrim was a lot of fun. There was so many things to do. It was open world. Excuse me. I could go off and just do anything. I found the whole freedom of it brilliant. Do I believe mods have brought a new air to Skyrim that otherwise would be unattainable? And do I think every time I install a new mod that it hooks me even more? No, it doesn't hook me even more. I'm already hooked. There's no doubt about that. It definitely brings new air. Every single mod that these wonderful mod authors give to us expand our experience, expand our world, and that's just amazing to me. I love it. Okay, what else? Hang on. Okay, Arbington asks, What's the favourite mod I've ever played with its own story or world? His or hers is Forgotten City. Mine would probably be Legacy of the Dragonborn, to be honest, because that one is just immense, you know. I would say Bruma, but Bruma, I love Bruma with all my heart, but it wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be, which I know sounds weird, but quest-wise, when it ended with, what's his name, the captain, without giving any spoilers, I just felt like that could have gone on a bit more, you know, we could have had a bit more from that, please. And yeah, I love Bruma. So yeah, probably those. Or Worm's Tooth, which was also amazing. Mystic Bird asks, how did I come up with my name, particularly the Dark Star part? It sounds mysterious. Is there a backstory? What does it mean to you? Ever so simple. That name came from Neverwinter Nights 2. Great game. I had it for the PC and I blinking loved it. I was obsessed with it for quite a while. I bought all the expansions and just loved it. That's the game that had Enseric, the talking sword. All these years later, I've still got the box that it came in, you know, with all the little trinkets that came with it. There was a ring in there, I remember, that turned my finger green. Yeah, it was a great game. And so that had a random name generator that gave me Febrith Darkstar, which I just thought, oh, that's a cool name. And so I kept it forever. And in EverQuest 2, my main character, although I had like 18 Febs of one kind or another, you know, Febrimsky, Febriana, they were all like, my main was Febrith Darkstar. Everyone after that was like Feb something star. So maybe Morning Star, Bright Star, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah, I loved it. So that name's been with me ever since. Beetha asks, how do I manage work and YouTube? What's my career? First of all, my job at the moment, I work part-time as a kind of office admin and secretarial work. Before that, my career was as a property lawyer, but then there was a crash in 2008. I was made redundant, I worked full-time then, and I needed to change and do something else because there was literally no work for me. And so I became a cost draftsman, which is as boring as it sounds. And then in 2014, I went part-time, and just now I'm still at the same place nearly 10 years later, just doing general office work, although now I work from home, which is great because it means that I have so much more time for YouTube and all my other millions of hobbies. So yeah, that works out. And thank you for the kisses for my kittens. Lisa asks, have I tried the playthrough You Are Not the Dragonborn? I haven't. Maybe I should. Can I be honest here and say I'm not actually playing any game at all right now? But certainly coming back to Skyrim as a proper brand new playthrough for me, I would definitely try it out. Cheyenne asks, I'm sure I'm just sorry if I've messed up your name or anybody's names, by the way. What's my favourite quest, faction, and weapon in Skyrim and Fallout? My favourite quest in Skyrim is the Archmage quest line. I really love that. It's just, it's great. It's a great deal of fun. Love it. My favourite faction, Stormcloaks. Don't tell anybody. And weapon, bow, obviously. Fallout, favourite quest in Fallout. I need to think about that. Please hold. Okay, I've had to think about it, and I'm going to say the whole of the Nuka World DLC. I absolutely love the Nuka World DLC. I would love to see that expanded and have another one. Yeah, that whole running the gauntlet, gee God, that frightened the daylights out of me the first time, not knowing what I was in for. And going in to do that quest, I was like, oh God, this is terrifying. And yeah, I loved it. Favourite faction, Minutemen, and weapon, the Alien Blaster. Blinking love that weapon. It's so much fun. Okay, so Drecker asks, would I be interested in doing a top 5 Skyrim houses of all time? Oh God. How do you just pick 5, honestly? How? I mean, I was having a look at my playlist the other day, and I think there are like 100 and something, maybe 200 nearly, just in one playlist for drop dead gorgeous houses. And so how could I possibly pick 5? I would be interested in doing it, but it might give me brain ache. Rick Williams asks, what is it that gives you the most pleasure sitting at a computer all this time? What draws you to it? Wouldn't I rather be gardening? Yeah, I do have a lot of hobbies, so it's difficult. When in the summertime, when the weather's lovely, which it was at the end of May and for the whole of June here, it was exquisite, it was gorgeous, and I was doing very little at all of anything else except sitting in the garden, pottering around, deadheading, planting, and all of that wonderful stuff. Since then, it's just been awful, like the worst summer ever that I can remember, and living memory is we've had cloud bursts, torrential downpours, wind like you wouldn't believe. It's just been like October, honestly, terrible. And not even that warm. I had to light the blinking, what do you call it, solid fuel burner, the other day because it was like freezing cold. So yeah, when it's gardening, yeah, I would rather be, when it's sunny rather, I would rather be gardening. The rest of the time, what draws me to my PC is gaming. I love to game, and I also love watching YouTube and listening. I listen to a lot of audiobooks on YouTube whilst I'm doing other hobbies like painting. I paint a lot, and I also put together model, like book nooks and things like that I make, just little things. So I listen a lot to YouTube when I'm doing those things. Am I pondering Starfield? Yes, indeed I am. Okay, so we're nearly at the end now. Rando Peep says, will I be reviewing house mods I've done in the past that have been updated? Yeah, I do that quite a lot. If I know that something's been updated and it's a big update and it's not just a little, cooking pot's been added or something, then yeah, I will do that. Diane asks, do I have a favourite among the games I play, and am I still playing Fallout 76? I'm not playing Fallout 76 at the moment. I still have it installed and I still love it, but time is, I just don't have it. But I do enjoy it, and I enjoy Fallout Shelter also. In fact, I just love all things Fallout. Favourite game I play? Fallout 4. I said it. Okay. And then Phyllis asks about my favourite flower. Hold on a second, let me find the question. Okay, Phyllis would like to know, what are my favourite plants in the real world? Do I have a green thumb? I do, and my favourites would be roses for sure. Hands down, I love roses of all kinds. I have a postage stamp size garden that is literally super tiny. It's a yard, but I've got 5 climbers and maybe a dozen other roses of various kinds. Also, honeysuckle I love. I've got climbing everywhere. There's a space. There's a plant. There is no space. It's like you just walk down a little thin alley in my garden to get to the shed. It's full of stuff that flowers. Probably good from like April to October. So yeah, even though we don't really get the weather to enjoy it much up here, I live in the northwest, so it's notoriously rainy and grim. It's a shame. Sorry if I keep looking over there, it's because I can see out the window and I'm just looking at the weather going, ugh, why is it like this? Okay, moving on. Dyslexia says, when I play Skyrim, what type of character do I usually play? Sneaky archer, Calciprice. Although I do like getting toe to toe with my enemies as well. Deborah says, my kitties are cute. How many do I have? We have 5. We have 2 little old men, 2 ginger toms. They are both 18. Loki, who's the ragdoll, he's 9. And then Fergus and Inigo, named after Smart Blue Cat's wonderful Inigo and his late brother Fergus. And they're the babies. They're now 2. Can you believe it? Scoot says, oh no, that was a suggestion. Thank you, Scoot. I did that video. Thank you very much. By the way, it's a good point to say here now. Thank you very much to everyone who gives me video suggestions because, sometimes I miss things and I don't know what I do. So great. Thanks for letting me know. And also apologies for not looking at the camera. It's really hard to know where to look when you're doing this. Favourite film? DJ H asks me. Favourite film is The Matrix. That was easy, that was straight away. Oh, The Matrix. That's I loved that film so much. When it first came out, with all the advertising that there was before it came out, what is The Matrix? So it kind of had you intrigued before you ever saw it. And then Keanu being Keanu, and the whole premise, sci-fi. I mean, love sci-fi with, that's a real passion of mine for films and books and everything. So yeah, that was easy. Favorite food? Don't know. Probably what popped into my head then was like, those little milk bottle sweets. I blinking love those things, but no, it's not that. It's probably curry or king prawn Alfredo, something like that. How many total hours do I have in Skyrim, SE and OG? I don't know, but it's thousands. But not as much as I have in EverQuest 2, spread over 19 characters over 13 years. Honestly, I don't know how much of my life I've wasted in gaming. Do I have any games I play when I'm not doing content? Yeah, when I'm not doing Skyrim and Fallout, I did play Hogwarts Legacy and very much enjoyed it, I don't mind telling you. Although it was quite limited, I would have liked more because I love that whole wizarding universe. Is definitely a fun thing. Joker Jim says, after all these years, do I still have to collect dragon poop for my extensive plant and herb garden? No, Farquhar, you don't. You are relieved from duty. Luna Contact says, you like your homes empty. Is it because, so that it's just you and Inigo, but why? Is it because the AI of the NPCs are monotonous or they speak too often? Both. And I find the repetitiveness of their comments, I mean, God almighty, Lydia with her, ow, and I just can't. It's just too much. They're just annoying AF. So no, goodbye. You're not coming around my house. And yeah, they do speak too often as well. I mean, God, the worst one is definitely Serana. I can't bear that character. So yeah, just me and Inigo. And I mean, Smart Blue Cat can do it. So come on, Bethesda, you need to work on your companions. And then finally, Lauren says, why is the sky blue? I don't know, but I think it's to do with atmosphere and sunlight. Where are the aliens? Out there. What colour is smell? Green. And are we there yet? And yes, we are. We're done. That's all the questions. Thank you very much. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you for your interesting questions. You really did make me think. And take care and stay safe, everybody.